the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Dirt Racing Network's live coverage. Hales Corner Speedway Sim Racing Series. Street Stocks now on track, working in that dirt surface here. Pro late models just finished up a little bit ago. JJ Schilling picking up the win there. 24 drivers have checked in to try to make the 22 car A main field. 25 laps feature length tonight for these guys. See if Schilling can sweep of the night. Couple of minutes left. We'll get our pre-race ceremonies out of the way. Zach Krieger out on a track right now. Actually has taken the car back to pit road at the moment, but Zach out of the booth into the car. James Fletcher quickest in of the practice session, 16.481 seconds, 16.488 for Briar Zimmerman. Rita Rundle in the pits. Actually, Reed Rundle maybe out on track right now. Reed's car down on pit road. Gary Budzine out here cutting a few laps. Keeping the 77 car. He had a good run, finished in the top 4 in the Pro Late feature. And we'll see what he can do in the street stock here. Get the car a little out of shape there. Well, it's never good when we put you on the broadcast to instantly lose the car there, buddy. Peter Brace's car back in the pit area. Take a look here at the 32 machine of Skylar Woods. David Kinjarski in for race 2. Did not see him in the Pro Late Model portion of the show earlier, but the 15 car here in street stock mode. Drake Hartzell, John Brunner back in the pits, Jim Butcher on track, 117 machine. Nate Sievert looks like he's rolling the 22 car up off of pit road, going to join the hot lap action. And then Dean Burnt back off in the pits as well. So just about time for the drivers to clear the track, get ready for driver meeting. We're going to go ahead and send it down trackside for our pre-race ceremonies.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right. Drivers wrapping up. Last couple of minutes here before we get ready to go to qualifying. Hello, Robert. Everybody primed and ready. We had a pretty good run there towards the end of the Pro Late Model race a little bit ago. These guys ready to get at it one more time tonight. Final shows on air right now. Dominic Santina over at NDRA with the Bristol Nationals, the UMPs, going at it right now. He started that about an hour ago. He's probably getting close to wrapping up, if I were to guess. Probably should be pretty well through the feature. I haven't been able to check on that one as I've been getting ready for everything going on here. The drivers are rolling out. Getting ready to ready for qualifying. Let's watch the 14 car of Andy Gross. See where Andy times in. First time around for Andy Gross. 16.625. Position number 1 on the board. He sets the mark. 16.685 for Kinzerski, 7.89. Now Nick Sobiek, 16.622 bumps Gross. Gross goes slower on lap 2. Nick Sobiek, 23 machine. Quick time J.J. Schilling. His first lap in the 70 car. Up on top of the pylon, 16.572 seconds. Blake Johnson, 16.586 seconds. Now trying to get his second lap into the books, and I think this lap looks quite a bit slower. Reed Arundel, 43 machine, 16.543 seconds on lap 1, and he is coming out of turns 3 and 4 for his final timed lap. 6:23 for the second lap, so slower, but still your quick qualifier for the evening. Unless Hartzell does something from 16th on the lap number 2, or 18th from lap number 2. He's at 16.807. Needs to pick up about 3/10 if he is going to do anything, and I don't think getting that wide in 3 and 4 is conducive to picking up speed on the last lap. Back slows down 3/10. So your quick qualifier for the street stock portion of the show, the 43 machine, of Reed Rundle, last season's defending street stock champion. J.J. Schilling, Blake Johnson, Breyer Zimmerman, Brandon Hull, the top 5 in qualifying. We'll have 3 heat races, a short B main, and then our 25-lap feature. This will move along very quickly. These guys waste 0 energy and 0 time getting through their show every night. Big crowd watching. I can see a lot of people all over the place. Say hi in the chat, guys. Don't be afraid to tell us where you're watching from. Cheer for your favorite driver. If you're on YouTube and Twitch, this is your first time with us, hit the subscribe button. You know, each and every time we go live over there. And if you're on Facebook, drop by the Dirt Racing Network page on Facebook. Like, share, and follow. 5 nights a week when everybody is going. Right now, a couple of series off. In between seasons right now, no Dirt Slingers is off. They pick up again, not tomorrow night, but next Monday on April the 5th. And they will have 3 16-week seasons going, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Hello, Tim Nichols, sitting at the Hillbilly High Banks. Mr. Christopher Gross in chat. I know the High Banks, a bunch of Ohio boys sitting over there in Lima watching tonight. All right, qualifying session about to wrap up. 24 street stocks. Business to be done. Round number 6, right at the midway point of the season for the Hales Corners guys. They were here week 1. They are back home mid-season. They are ready to get at it. 1, 2, 3 heat races on tap for us. Just waiting for drivers to start to grid out here so we can run down the Scribbed Car Wash starting lineup for heat race number 1 on the pole. And I can't believe this guy is getting a pole position here. Is the king of the restarts, the Shark RC Car Bodies, Gross Racing, number 14, out of Hartford, Wisconsin, Randy Gross. And starting on his outside, the Scribbed Car Wash, Black Flag Racing, number 74, another Waterford driver, Waterford, Wisconsin's Peter Reese. Row 2 on the inside of the Hughes Motorsports, number 002, from New Richmond, Wisconsin, Breyer Zimmerman. And on his outside, the Buddies Racing Equipment TDC race team, number 43, from Oxford, Michigan, your quick qualifier for the evening, Reed Rundle. Third row on the inside, the Red Line Race Marketing, Checked Out Motorsports, number 28, from Waterford, Wisconsin, Tony Brent. And on his outside, newcomer to the series, the 7 Machine of Brady Harshberger. And your fourth and final row for heat race number 3, the V Hull Performance, number 32, from Beaver Dam, Wisconsin, of Skylar Woods on the inside, and his outside, the 66 of Jason Enoch. Oh, there's our pole sitter, and I can't believe they're giving that guy this much of an advantage on these guys. At 14 car, fastest restarter. I think he practices his stuff. I don't think there's any two ways about it. I think he practices them restarts, does it better than anyone in the group. And right now, he's got the 14 car in the catbird seat to get this thing started. But your quick qualifier for the evening on the outside of row number 2 will get up here and give him a challenge. I can almost guarantee it. There's Brian Hammer. I've been looking for you. Come in here. Brian Hammer, all about the 14 car on the chat every single time we have one of these. We get to see Mr. Hammer come in and cheer for his driver. Appreciate it every week that he takes the time to watch. Lights off on the pace truck. That truck will accelerate away from these guys in turns 3 and 4. The green laundry will fall in our first heat race for the BnH Builders Street Stock Series for the Hales Corner Speedway Sim Series. Will get underway right about here. There's your green flag. And I'll tell you what, Peter Brees, trying to put some pressure on Mr. Gross right there. He stayed in with him going into turn 1. Now Gross has got the spot. It's a 2-wide battle behind that. Brees and Zimmerman working side by side. That's for the second position. 5 cars transfer right to our feature. So 3 cars will have to work into the B main here. And right now, our top 5. Your leader, Andy Gross, out in front. Then is side by side. Brees and Zimmerman and Rundle and Brent side by side. behind that, Reed Rundle trying to dispatch the 28 car. Got a 2-wide blockade in front of him as Brees and Zimmerman staying locked tight right there. Out of turn 4 down the front stretch. 3 laps in the book. 5 laps to go now. Peter Brees falls back to third as Zimmerman gets around. Now Brent's trying to work around Rundle. Rundle doesn't want to be the bubble boy. I'm sure he doesn't mind starting a little bit better in the feature. I think there's a 12-car invert for the feature, but he's going to try work his way back around on the inside of Brent if he can. He doesn't want to be on the bubble either because right there, Brady Harshbarger trying to make Rundle have to go through the B main. Andy Gross staying out front, but here comes Zimmerman. Took a peek down the inside, just didn't have enough drive. There'll be 2 to go this time. Out of turn number 4, a little contact there between the 2 front runners. Zimmerman with a little bit of a blink. Hope that doesn't last very long here. Now he's back, but he's back about a car and a half. Starting to blink a good bit, that 00 car, the 002 car. White flag in the air. Gross, Zimmerman, Brees, Brent, Rundle. Rundle, he's got his hands full. That time, looks like Harshbarger made a big mistake on the white flag lap. It's probably going to seal the deal. The top 5 at the line in Heat 1. Andy Gross, Breyer, Zimmerman, Peter Brees, Tony Brent, and Reed Rundle. They're going to the A main. We'll see Harshbarger, Woods, and Enoch in the elimination race. 1 down, 2 to go. Heat race action. Yeah, starting lineup from Scribble Car Wash for heat race number 2. The Pincala Auto Solutions number 41 of Oak Creek, Wisconsin. Ryan Fisher on the pole and to his outside. The RLB Faster Motors VLR number 23 from Big Bend, Wisconsin. Nick Sobiak. Your second row on the inside, the Screes Graphics Brandon Hall Performance Motorsports Racing Incorporated number 99 from Maryville, Wisconsin, of Brandon Hull. And on his outside, his teammate, the B Hull Performance number 1 from Greendale, Wisconsin, of J.J. Schilling. Row 3, inside, the CJR Pratatosa number 64 from Wauwatosa, Wisconsin, Randy Brunner. On the outside of him, the GB Restoration and Repair number 77 from East Troy, Wisconsin, Sir Gary Mudzine. Whoops, didn't mean to click that off right there. The 4th row, I meant to move the camera, and apparently I'm just pushing random buttons for no reason at all. But your 4th row for heat race number 2 on the inside. He joins me every single Sunday night for the Pro Late Model Series. Zach Krieger, the 35 car inside, and on the outside, the 117 of Jim Butcher. Maybe a little too early for some adult beverages since I'm pushing the wrong buttons. All right, J.J. Schilling not in the 1 car, so when he shows up in the 1 car on the ticker up there, you know it is not the 1. I can't tell if it's a 70 or a 78 from this far away, and I don't have any binoculars, so...
Green, green, green.
Green flag out in Heat 2. Good start, Sobiak. Boy, did Ryan Fisher have a bad start there, and Sobiak is going to go around the high side. This might open the door for Schilling to get there as well. Schilling going to drive it deep into 3 on the top side. Does he have the run coming out of the exit? Looks like he does. Moves Schilling to 2nd. Fisher back to 3rd. Then Hull is in 4th, and it is a side-by-side battle between Brunner and Budzine for 5th, and Brunner had the advantage going into 3, but we'll see where they're at coming out of 4. Now Hull goes inside on Schilling, and he goes from 4th to 2nd. Little contact, I think, between the 70 and the 41 down there. And now Schilling going to slam the door, slam the fence, and they are 3 wide behind there. Here comes Brunner. Now Schilling going to get the punt from behind. He got hit right in the bumper. Ryan Fisher pushed him right around. Now Fisher catches the door from Brandon Hull. A little bit rough in this heat race right here. These guys getting after each other, trading paint, making it fun. Sobiak 2 seconds ahead of Randy Brunner. Then it's Hull, Budzine, and Butcher, your top 5, but here comes Fisher back around the inside. Guy's not afraid to put a little paint on the car beside him. Street stock racing, that's kind of what it's about. These guys get a little rough with one another. See it all the time in the street stocks. Brunner hanging on to second, but Hull has the top side rolling now. Driving it in. A little bit of a diamond up there in the corner, going up right into the marbles, trying to get those runs. 2 to go this time for Sobiech. He's across the line, 2.2 seconds ahead of this battle. Brunner, good run out of 2, going to hang on to the spot at least for the time being. White flag for Nick Sobiech. That time Hull had the advantage at the line over Brunner. Now he's going to have a good run out of 2 here. Can he clear and get down into 3? Sobiech will pick up the win in Heat 2. He'll be in the A main. Then it's going to be Brandon Hull. Oh, Budzine got turned around back there. Brunner third, Schilling and Butcher. I think Butcher got 4th. Nope, Schilling got 4th, and then Jim Butcher barely eked it out in front of Fisher. Fisher, Krieger, and Budzine. I think Fisher and Budzine got together there out of turn 4, and that changed the fate. For Gary Budzine, he'll have to work through the B main. So exciting finish there as we get ready to move on to heat number 3. Discovered Love Car Wash looks like this. 46 of John Brunner. Brunner Brothers Racing out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin on the pole. And to his outside, the Ski Graphics number 15 of Davey Kinjerski. Your second row inside, Brandon Hull Performance Motorsports Racing Incorporated number 75 from Beaver Dam, Wisconsin of James Fletcher. And on his outside, the Kierzik Electric LLC number 00 from Waukesha, Wisconsin, Blake Johnson. Third row on the inside, Buddy's Racing Equipment I-41 Raceway, number 17 out of Slinger, Wisconsin, Dean Burnt. And a newcomer to the series in the 135 machine, Blake Hartzell. And on your fourth and final row, the 22 of Nate Sievert inside. On his outside, the Black Flag Racing, number 10 from West Dallas, Wisconsin, of Tony Ichkowski. He needs to grab a bucket, Clifford, and catch all the internet that he's losing. It's leaking out. I don't know what's happening there. All right, pace truck away from the field. Green flag in the air. Heat race number 3. The BnH Builders Street Stock Series underway. Side by side, coming out of 2 now. Brunner has the advantage over Kinjerski and Fletcher. They're side by side for second and third. Hartzell into 4th. He's got a side-by-side battle with Blake Johnson going on. That's your top 5. Those cars automatically transfer. They can stay where they are at the finish. But Dean Burnt, the 17, trying to eke his way in here and have something to say about who's in the top 5 as they were 3 wide for the lead for just a second. And Kinjerski goes around the top side and takes the point away from Brunner. Fletcher still third, side-by-side, Hartzell and Johnson, and Johnson lost a little bit of ground off of 2 right there. Tight group in the front 6. Not more than a car length between drivers. Kinjerski, Brunner, Fletcher, Hartzell, Johnson, Burnt. Tony Itzkowski a little bit back and Nate Sievert right behind him. So all 8 cars on the same straightaway. We are down to 4 laps to go. Good run into the corner on the bottom for Hartzell. He closed up on Brunner for a second. Just not enough juice coming out. Get up there and challenge, but he's making a run for third here. Fletcher trying to hold him off on the outside in the 75 machine and keeping it wound up pretty good. 2 to go for Kinjerski that time. Dean Burnt working the inside, making a bid to take that bubble spot away from Blake Johnson, and he's got about a quarter car advantage going into 3 and 4 as we're coming to the white flag. Final transfer spot in the balance back here at the back. Kinjerski looks like he's got this thing locked in. Contact between Brunner and Hartzell. That changes up everything. Fletcher's going to scoot to second. 4 wide for the final 3 spots out of turn 4. Coming to the checkered flag. Hartzell gets one. Brunner gets one. And Johnson gets one. Burnt, Sievert, and Ichkowski will be in the B main. What a finish there. So those final 3 drivers have to get the quick turnaround and get back out here for our B main. We're going to have 9 cars lining up for this one. The Scribble car wash starting lineup looks like this. Nate Sievert and Zach Krieger on the front row. Skylar Woods and Dean Burnt in row number 2. Row 3, Ryan Fisher and Brady Harshbarger. And your 4th row, Jason Enoch and Gary Budzine. And on the back, Tony Ichkowski. .32 car of Skylar Woods and the 7 of Brady Harshbarger. Probationary and disciplinary drivers going to the back. So is the 22 of Nate Sievert. Off of the pole, that will put the 41 of Ryan Fisher. Next to Zach Krieger. Then Enoch and Burnt. Ichkowski and Budzine. Harshbarger and Wood, and then Sievert on the back as we're going to go green out of 4 this time.
Green, green, green.
All right, green flag in the air. B main. Underway, 7 cars vying, or 9 cars vying for 7 spots to start the feature tonight. Fisher into 3 and 4 has the lead. Krieger in behind him, running right in his tire tracks. Zach Krieger trying to transfer through and get into the show. Jason Enoch in 3rd. Dean Burnt and Gary Budzine your top 5. Then Nate Sievert, Skylar Woods 6 and 7. Ichkowski, Harshbarger. Both had a little bit of a problem down here in turn 1, and Ichkowski's going to take it straight to the pits. Harshbarger going to get it rolling, but he has a long ways back. And not a whole lot of laps to get her done. There's 2 down, 8 to go now. So we'll go back to the front, watch the battle for second. Krieger bumps the fence in 3 and 4. Enoch right against the tires on the infield, side by side at the line. Side by side behind that. Now more contact, 77 and 17 making right rear left front contact. And Gary Budzine going to come away with 4th. Enoch gets around Krieger into 2nd. Put Burnt in 5th, and Sievert and Woods. All those cars pretty close. Harshbarger a good distance back. Harshbarger made a lot of strides forward in the late model race a little while ago. And just no luck right now for him into the street stocks as you saw Fisher bang the wall coming to 4 to go. Going to hang on to the lead in front of Enoch now side by side. Budzine and Krieger. Budzine keeping the car out of the side of the 35. Had to really turn it down the hill, and it cost him a lot of speed. Zach Krieger scrapping for 3rd, but he loses that spot to the 77 of Budzine. Now make him 4th. Dean Burnt in the 5th. Still, Sievert and Wood 6 and 7. We're going to go back and watch the front because Enoch starting to show the nose to the 41 of Fisher here. Inside 3 to go. Two to go right there. No change in our top 7. Budzine still 3rd, then Krieger, Burnt, Sievert, and Woods through 7th. Ryan Fisher hanging on to the lead. White flag this time by one more time around. And he will punch his ticket into tonight's 25-lap A main. Ryan Fisher's going to win the B main. He'll bring Jason Enoch, Gary Budzine, Zach Krieger, Dean Burnt, Nate Sievert, and Skylar Wood to the feature with him. Brady Harshbarger and Tony Ichkowski will be the 2 cars eliminated from this evening's action. These guys are going to get ready to roll right into the feature. Roll them right out on the front stretch. Put 25 laps up on the board. We'll see if that 70 car, that green machine, can sweep tonight. He won in the Pro Late Model race here just a little bit ago, but our scribbled up car starting lineup is as follows. John Brenner on the pole with J.J. Schilling to his outside. Row 2, Turney Brent and Drake Hartzell. Randy Brenner and Peter Brees in row 3. Row 4, James Fletcher and Brandon Hull. The 5th row, Briar Zimmerman and David Kinjerski. Nick Sobiak and Andy Gross in row 6. Then Reed Rundle and Jim Butcher in row 7. Blake Johnson, Ryan Fisher, row 8. Row 9, Jason Enoch and Gary Budzine. Your 10th row, Zach Krieger and Dean Burnt. And the back row, Nate Sievert and Skylar Woods. All right, driver's going to roll off. Guys, don't forget tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern. I will have the call for the... No, that is wrong. Dominic Santino will have the call for the NDRA Bristol Nationals 410 wing sprint cars. And then at 10 o'clock Eastern, thereabouts, I will be back on the call and bring home the super late model portion, the final race for the NDRA Bristol Nationals. They had 5 today, and I'm pretty sure the ump race is over. Probably has been for at least a few minutes over there. Haven't seen any results as of yet, but they had 5 full shows today. Get ready for it. We are ready for green flag action here. BnH Builders Street Stock Series, Hales Corners Speedway Sim Racing Series underway. 25 laps. And J.J. Schilling from the outside of the front row going straight to the point. Brunner in the 46 working the inside. Hartzell on the outside, the 35 car trying to get the spot away. Hartzell going to bump the fence there in 3 and 4. Caution, we're at the back. I'm going to go 14 car. Andy Gross looks like he got all kinds of turned around down here. We'll see what happened. Kinjerski in front, Butcher behind. Now Fisher in behind. Kind of ran out of room there, and Fisher clipped the wall. And that's going to turn around that 14 machine. So tiny bit of damage. Right front corner, don't know what that's going to do to the handling on that car. I don't think any real intent there. I think guys just run out of room racing hard on the first lap. And 14 of Andy Gross. Came back in style last week after missing a week for being in the hospital. And this week, not as kind to him. Did not have a good run in the late model race, and not starting off well here in our street stock feature. What's up, SKD? Little EJ. I see you in the chat there, brother. All right, drivers formed up 2 by 2. Pace truck accelerating away from the field. Back to green flag racing.
Green, green, green.
This time Brunner with a little better start, but Schilling going to go right to the high side, almost laid on the right-hand door. When they come out of 2, big run for Schilling. He'll be back to the point. That battle for third. Brent on the top, Hartzell on the bottom. Those two coming together, making a little contact at the line. Tony Brent
All right, man.
had the spot in
Caution is out.
caution. One more time. We'll go to the back. Blake Johnson's car. Looks like maybe he's having trouble here. He's right beside Jim Butcher, right behind Reed Rundle. Up to the cushion. Looks like he's okay. Oh, it starts off in front of him. Kinjerski and Brandon Hull have a problem. So those two start things, and the 0-0 car with the 22 car already down in the pit area. '99 of Brandon Hull maybe moving his way back to the back. So it looks like Blake Johnson, Jason Enoch, and Nate Sievert are early retirees here. That must be something that you have done, sir. You must have the closed captions turned on there, Mr. Krieger. Yeah, you probably have some fun racing with these guys, Scott. All right, lights off on the pace truck. We're going to get ready to go green one more time. 22 laps remain in Schilling. All over that throttle, and he is out in front by 5, 6, 7 car lengths going into turn 1. Tony Brent working the inside, has second. It's a 3-wide battle. Brees, Brunner, Hartzell, and they all met in the middle right there. Hartzell backed out of it, gave up the spot. Now Brunner's got third. Brees in fourth. Hartzell's fifth. Here comes Fletcher down on the bottom of the 75 car in sixth. Nick Sobiak working the top side in seventh. The 23 machine. Now they're 3 wide again in the corner. Hartzell finds the fence. He's going to be side by side with Sobiak. Sobiak on the inside of John Brunner, Randy Brunner. Sobiak in the Brunner sandwich right there. Going to escape that as
all right, man. Caution is out.
Randy
Caution
Brunner
is out.
fell back. Caution again. Is Fisher in this? I think the 41 of Ryan Fisher had a problem here. The Pincala Auto Solutions machine all by himself right here down the front stretch. Krieger alongside right there going into one. He gets down middle of the corner. Oh, that happens right in front of him, and he catches up with it. Butcher got sideways, and Budzine slowed up a little bit, and Fisher caught the left front corner on the right rear corner as he tried to slip by. Self-spun the car, ends up going to the back of the field. So 6 laps in, working, I believe, caution number 3. I've done that before and barely figured out how to fix it myself there, Mr. Krieger, so do not feel pregnant by any stretch. EJ, what else are you doing besides sitting here harassing me in chat? We have some website work or something you should be doing? All right, lights off on the pace track, going back to green. 19 laps remain. Schilling. And
Green
Brent,
flag,
the front
green
row.
flag.
Schilling, not quite as good a start this time as he got the last time. Peter Brees going to work to the inside of Tony Brent. Now 3 wide with Fletcher in the middle. Sobiek's right there as well. Will they survive into turn 3? Side by side, no contact. 3 wide for second place. Now 2 wide, 2 deep.
All right, man. Caution is
And
out.
caution in behind Hartzell, the 35 car. Let us see what happened here, too. That 35 machine front end a little wrinkled up on the start. He gets through the infield here, brings the car right back out, goes to the back. You see the 41 there. Fisher gets turned around again. Now he gets into the 99 of Hull, who is coming down the track. Probably had no idea that the 35 machine was there. So pretty rough start for these guys here. Homecoming in the middle of the season. Yes, Mr. Alderman, this is iRacing. So top 10 right now looks like this. Schilling, Brees, Fletcher, Brent, Sobiak, the top 5. Brunner and Brunner, John and Randy, respectively. 6 and 7. Then Zimmerman, Rundle, Kinjerski. Kinjerski was involved in some contact with, I believe that was Brandon Hall earlier. Doesn't seem to have affected the 15 car much as he's keeping it inside the top 10. Quick look back, 13th place. The king of the restarts, the 14 of Andy Gross. So we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing here out of turn 4. Single file for the restart this time.
Green flag, green flag.
Schilling getting a good single file start. We'll take a peek back. Sobiak poking the nose down the inside of the 28 of Tony Brent. got it up there pretty close in two, but lost it all down the backstretch. Now trying to fight from fifth. Work his way around that 28. Then he needs to go at the 75 car there of James Fletcher. Fletcher working on Brees. Peter Brees coming on strong each week, improving just a little bit. The 74 car up here running second, going to be making a bid for the lead if he can keep Schilling in his sights, figure out exactly what Schilling's doing different, find one thing to go just that tick quicker. As we've got 11 in the books, working closer to halfway now. Sobiak around the outside of Brent. He's going to have fourth coming out of two, and he's already on the inside of the 75 of Fletcher. Battle for a podium spot here. 75 of Fletcher up high. 23 of Sobiak down low. No, but single file restarts do make for good restarts and let guys start to get a little more comfortable and not have to worry about side by side. So after 4 consecutive yellow flags, I don't blame the race control for giving these guys a single file signal. Maybe they'll let them go back double file if we get another restart, because they're starting to settle in just a little bit right here. Like I was saying, if Brees can find one thing to go just a touch quicker than Schilling, and he's got the car there, just cannot find a way to muscle that 70 car up off the bottom. Best battle on the track is for third. They're 3 wide for it. Oh, and now a little contact. Sobiak was worrying about the cars on his inside and outside, and he got into the back of the 74. But they let each other gather it up, and now Brees going to have a challenge as Fletcher got around the outside of everybody. Contact between Brent and Sobiak. Brent took the car through the infield. Little mowing of the grass. He holds on to fifth. Sobiak in fourth. Battle for second. Third place Fletcher outside. Second place Brees on the inside. Brees has lost some ground to Schilling. Down to 9 to go this time. Here comes the 43 now. I see Rundle in there, 7th. She got around Brunner. Looking at the 002 of Zimmerman right in front of him. Andy Gross now, 11th, right outside. He's got a 2-wide battle for 9th and 10th between Konjerski and Randy Brunner in front of him. Schilling starting to get away. Out to 6/10 of a second. Great battle side by side. For second and third, Fletcher's got the advantage on the top side right now. Here comes Sobiak. Brees brings the 74 car out wide. He lost a lot of momentum, and he's going to lose third. Nick Sobiak onto the podium. Peter Brees now fourth. Tony Brent found the outside wall, and he's going to allow Briar Zimmerman along and up the inside, but here comes Rundle. 43 machine trying to make it 3 wide for fifth. Good battle in the top 5. Top 4 have pretty much settled in here. Going to be 5 to go the next time around. Now it's 5 to go. Excuse me. Thought it was going to be 5 to go. J.J. Schilling, 9/10 of a second. Now Sobiak with the slider. Fletcher crosses over, splits between cars, and he keeps second at the line. Slider from the 75. He didn't get it all the way up there. Sobiak's going to have the spot. Here comes Brees. Fletcher's slide job had to check the car down a little bit. Now overdrives it into 3 and 4, clips the fence. Doesn't seem to affect him too much. 3 wide battle behind that. Rundle around Tony Brent, now working on Zimmerman. Zimmerman's closing in on this battle for third. Fletcher running Brees wider and wider in the corner. That's allowing the guys behind to catch up. Down to 2 to go. Schilling and Sobiak, 1-2. Here's your battle. Third through about 6th right here. Brees able to eke his way out in front, coming to the white flag. Schilling's under it. Sobiak's under it. Now Brees, Zimmerman, Fletcher, Rundle, Brent, all in the top 7. J.J. Schilling out of turns 3 and 4. He'll sweep the night, pick up the win in the street stocks. Sobiak is second. Who's going to have third? Peter Brees at the line. On to the podium this evening. Then Briar Zimmerman and James Fletcher 4th and 5th. Good finish for the podium right there. J.J. Schilling once again see if we can chat with the boys here. So far, I don't really like a whole lot of these camera angles, but we'll continue to play with that and try to talk to the guys. Yeah, if that pole wasn't in the way, that would have been perfect. All right, let's talk to the boys here and see third place Peter Brees. We'll drag him up here. Peter Brees, you got a copy?
I do, sir.
Well, a great run, man. You had to battle hard to get this podium. Tell us about that feature out there.
Oh, yeah, luckily I didn't start too far in the back like I do sometimes, so that helped a little bit. When the track slicked off, I tried to kind of stay low and everybody else went high, but that wasn't working, so I tried to get kind of a middle group going. But, yeah, it was definitely a fight at the end.
Yeah, you went at it with Sobiek. You went at it with Schilling. Who put up the biggest fight?
Early on, there was definitely a Schilling because I sort of had a lane down low coming off the corners that I thought I could get him, but he was hugging it just down there enough to get there. And then I think me and Fletcher were kind of going at it a little bit too. That was kind of fun. But yeah, when I got stuck down low, it wasn't working so hot when everybody moved up.
Well, a great run for you. I am sure you're extremely excited to be on the podium. You want to thank all the sponsors on the car.
Yeah, always excited to get a podium here because it's a tough track. But yeah, I got a scrub it up oil change and car wash where I work at. Got John Honda P1 slot cars, and we also got discount shop towels with Luke over there helping out and the cars and everything. So grateful to everybody, including you, for the broadcast.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us. Congratulations on a great run, and I look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you, sir.
Peter Brees, your third place finisher. Let's grab that guy. He drives a 23 car, and right now he is finishing second 2 races in a row. Nick Sobiek, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's 2 in a row, man. You bring it home second step of the podium. How was your feature out there in the street stock?
Yeah, it was really good. It kind of sucked. We started 11th again. Had to work my way up, made some good passes, and closed the gap a little bit on Jason. Just ran out of laps, didn't have enough time.
Yeah, it looked like track went through a couple of changes, and some drivers started to struggle there towards the end. What were you seeing from the driver's seat?
Yeah, I mean, the wasn't really working out, and we went to the top side, started working out a little bit better for us, so it worked in our favor.
All right, man, a fantastic run. I'm sure you got some shout-outs, some thank yous before we let you go celebrate.
Yeah, I want to thank VLR Chassis, Brendan Hall Performance Motorsports Racing Incorporated, my mom, my dad, Jason Schilling, for winning twice. She gave me one of the wins. I'm kind of selfish. No, I'm just kidding. And yeah, just everyone in the Discord, just everyone here. Thank you.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us, and we can't wait to see you back on the podium again.
All right. Thank you so much.
Let's move on to our winner. We're going to keep Nick for just a minute because he said something that made me laugh. I kept him in here the last time, and he said JJ should have gave him one of the wins, and I wanted to get JJ's thoughts on that.
Absolutely not.
I had a feeling, since you didn't roll the bus up on him the last time, you were not going to give that up this time. But I wanted to keep Nick in the channel for just a minute to let you hear that and see what you had to say.
Yeah, sorry, Nick.
No, come on.
No.
Come on, I'll give you $20 next week. I'll buy you a beer too.
Okay, we might have this deal there.
Well, it's recorded now, so if it happens, you got to pay up.
Yeah, I mean, if it happens.
It's better than shaking on it.
All right, man.
Exactly.
All right, we're going to get Nick out of here, and we're going to continue on, man. A great run. You sweep tonight. That hasn't happened since about week 2 of season 1. We haven't had somebody sweep tonight, but you came out here, and, I have told somebody, and I think it was you a while back, it is just horrible luck to put green on a race car. You stood there. You proved me wrong. You win tonight, man. How was your feature?
Oh, it was good. And back to the green comment, I had the wrong scheme on. I should have. I was not thinking, but the race was good. Like the late model race was just a bunch of yellows at the beginning, kind of got me worried, and just the single file helped me a lot.
Well, I think maybe you ought to leave that green on there since, you did it by accident. You pick up the win. It may be working for you.
Well, I hope so.
Race car drivers and athletes in general all have kind of crazy superstitions. You win in something, you leave it until you don't anymore,
Yeah, I think the superstition here is that I might have to take another week off.
Well, there is that as well. You took last week off on vacation, you come back and sweep this week. So I don't know. Like I said, the points, don't know how that would work out. But if you're just here racing for the wins, yeah, you might want to take every other week off. An awesome run, man. You come home atop the podium again. Give us your shout-outs, your thank yous, and we'll let you go celebrate back-to-back wins tonight.
Yeah, just Brandon Hall, Motorsports Racing Incorporated. Nick for letting me win again. I know he should have probably started up front more, but then LeMay Motorsports, the J&A Ultra, Roscoff RV, and my dog for not hitting me again.
All right, man. Congratulations again, and we look forward to seeing you back on track in a couple weeks.
Yep. See you, Roger.
All right, your winner tonight, J.J. Schilling. Sweeps the night, as a matter of fact. Fantastic runs both races for him. Nick Sobiak second in both races. Peter Brees was third here in the street stock. Briar Zimmerman fourth. James Fletcher comes home fifth. Reed Rundle was sixth. Tony Brent seventh. Eighth to John Brunner. Andy Gross makes his way all the way to ninth after an early race spin. I think lap one, he went to 22nd. Works his way all the way back tonight. David Konjerski was 10th. Gary Budzine 11th. Randy Brunner 12th. Jim Butcher 13th. 14th to Skylar Woods. 15th. Ryan Fisher, Drake Hartzell in 16th, Dean Burnt 17th, Brandon Hull 18th, 19th to Zach Krieger. Jason Enoch was 20th, Blake Johnson 21st, and Nate Sievert rounded out the field. Another awesome week of racing in the books here for the Hales Corners guys. A lot of fun to cover these guys each and every week. I think they are probably taking Easter Sunday off. Probably will be nothing going on Easter Sunday here on the Dirt Racing Network. We'll try to keep everybody apprised. I know tomorrow night 2 shows. Dominic Santino will have the early show. I'll have the late show. Wrapping up the Bristol Nationals for the NDRA guys over there. 410 sprint cars first. Super late models second. Big prizes for those. I'd have to pull up the screen to see what those are. But some pretty good prizes for those 2 top classes tomorrow night. So tune in for that starting around 8 o'clock Eastern. But until we see you the next time, guys, for Dominic Santino and myself here at the Dirt Racing Network, we appreciate every second that you spend with us. You know there's a lot of places you could go watch the racing. The iRacing, any kind of racing, but you choose to do it here.